So I shall start the computationally how can we handle the equations. So basically here we will be handling the system of 2 or 3 partial differential equation of. So definitely we'll have 2 or 3 independent variable, and the velocity, pressure, free surface height, those things will be required in shallow water. Okay. Let me start the one-dimensional gravity wave with center space differencing. এটা আমাদের এই পার্টটা হচ্ছে কি আমাদের এটা হচ্ছে কি with center differencing numerical. Forget about this. First you understand one-dimensional gravity wave, the equations. And in shallow water, Krishnendu taught already linear wave in the absence of rotation. This kind of pictures you have studied there. There, the set of equation it was for 2 equations. Because as say linear waves means convective term or nonlinear term will not be there. And in the absence of rotation means no correlative force. FU, FV থাকবে না। এবং এটা one dimensional মানে V0 and del Y0. Under those assumptions, your equations will become this one. As probably you have already studied in there. As Dr. Krishnendu already taught you. Okay. So, and in fact, probably what you have studied there, del U by del T minus G instead of H, there it was defined as a eta, this eta. But here we shall take as a small h. Clear? So what is small h? If we see graphically look at here, this is the bottom of the ocean. Let us take as a horizontal. Okay. And your waves propagate along the x-axis. And this is the depth of the ocean. And what is the capital H? Capital H, as if there is no motion. Clear? There is no motion in upper surface. In that case, the surface will be very flat. So capital H is fixed. But if you have a motion, in that case, surface will have the wavy form of nature. Okay. So this is called basically free surface. So this height is measured by small h. It is small h, and it is capital H. So under this, with these flow features, this is the governing equation. Basically, this equation, as you started in the shallow water, this is the modified form of Navier-Stokes equation for this shallow water. Okay. So now, what we shall do? We shall attack this problem computationally with the help of center space difference. You are very much familiar with this term in fluid mechanics. I mean, space differencing we shall do. Space differencing, space differencing with the help of center. Center space differencing we shall do on these 2 equations. Therefore, here if you see, you have 2 equations, 2 unknown. 2 unknown, one is U, other is H. Height of the dynamic height of the ocean of shallow water. So solution, and you also studied in shallow water. This is the wave equation. You can reduce this 2 equation to only single equation, and if you fit, you will get the solution in this form. That already it is taught there. Here K is wave number, and omega is wave, frequency. This is the wave frequency, this is wave frequency, and this is wave number. Okay. And this frequency equation will come as a omega square equal to GH square. And phase speed also you have studied there, C equal to omega by K, which is nothing, which is given by plus minus square root of GH. that means phase speed. So once the wave speed, clear, which means this will propagate with the speed, I mean both direction. With speed c, it will propagate to left and right, plus minus. If you take plus, this will be minus. So, and you look at there, this wave speed is not a function of, neither function of omega nor function of k. I mean, this is free from, this is only depends on the gravity as well as the fixed height, capital H. Okay, so therefore, so this is the analytical solution. Rather, I would say here is U and H, the analytical solution of the given equation 1 for shallow water theory or one-dimensional gravity wave. Okay. Now, if you solve this with the help of center space differentiation, let me not to discretize the time. Let us discretize. See, first of all, you have to divide into, a small. So here, if you look at there, your dependent variable u and h and independent variable x and t. As we did in fluid mechanics, clear? Remember there, small t and x. So there, what you did, you have divided this. If you take, this is your x and this is your t. If you take t, then what we did, you have, I mean, small grid. You have taken along x direction, that you write it as j, and for t if you divide it, there we did as a, in fact, there you did, sorry, there you did basically, what you did, noted as a n. So this is this direction as a j and this direction as a t. Sorry, a t as a n, superscript and subscript. Now let us not to discretize the time. Let it be there. So we are discretizing at the grid j. Therefore, uj will come here left side. Instead of u, it will come as a uj, because we are discretizing at the grid side, at the grid level j, xj. And on the right hand side, you have del h by del x. So you are applying center difference. So basically, you are here, clear? So about this grid, we are discretizing about this grid. So therefore, central means u for each case I plus 1, sorry, j plus 1 minus j minus 1 by 2 delta x. And similarly for u. It is very simple. Right? So now, so therefore, for this kind of equation, what should be the form of the solution? Hey, look at back. Previously, this is the solution. This is the solution for analytical solution. Now, if you take numerically u of xjtn, then in that case it will be your, instead of x, you put as a x to basically here, you put x equal to, or xj. xj is nothing but 0 plus, I mean x0 plus j delta x. So x0 is 0, you take it, so plus, so j delta x. So instead of x, you put it as a j delta x. And omega, instead of omega, you see the solution, it is your kx. X instead of x, আমরা কি পুট করলাম x এর জায়গায়, পুট করলাম কি j delta x, আর omega এর জায়গায় আমরা করলাম কি omega d, omega subscript d, means numerical value of the wave's frequency. Clear? So in that case, so the solution would be in the form in this way, in this form. Okay, I mean after solution this equation. And definitely one need to calculate the phase speed numerically. We have seen it analytically C it was by C equal to omega by K. Now let us denote CD, subscript D, which is phase speed, numerical value of phase speed. So that is nothing but CD equal to omega D by K. And one can calculate this equal plus minus square root of GH. See, analytical value it was C equal to plus minus square root of G H. But here numerical phase speed becomes square root plus GH. Additionally, this term has come. Basically, if they are order of same order, then this will come as a 1, which will be equal to the in fact analytical phase speed. Similarly, numerical go speed, as you have started in analytically in shallow water, CDJ is nothing but minus square root of GH cos of K delta X. And now look at the difference between the phase speed analytical value and numerical value. Analytical value, as I also told or mentioned, this phase speed it was independent of K. However, here both phase speed and groove speed they become function of K. The K is your wave number. So here the both numerical speed are function of wave number. So that is the drawbacks of the numerical scheme. And that will give you the computational dispersion. I mean, you will not be getting the much accurate solution as you get in the analytical solution. So both numerical speed are function of wave number. This space differencing gives you computational dispersion. When computational dispersion, it has a broad meaning in CFD. So you take it that as a computational dispersion presents in any computation. There is a drawbacks of the scheme. So this central space differencing has a drawbacks of this kind of computational dispersion. Now, so that was the case in central. Space differencing we did. That was for, see, if you look at there, this is your unstaggered or, okay, this is not off, this is or. This is or cell center. Basically, we are much familiar with the what is cell center and what is staggered gate. Now simply draw the staggered gate. See, staggered gate. See, this is the grid. Clear? Alternate, you have to put it. I mean, delta x. If I take this as a hj, j plus 1. So this is the delta x. Clear? In between other variable we are storing here. So h is here, and u must be in between. So staggered means they are supposed to be at one place. They must be staggered. They must be distributed. So therefore, if we apply this central difference scheme, it's very interesting. If you look at there, see, first equation del uj by del t. That means what is the uj? This is my uj position. This is my uj position. Clear? So at both sides, this is uj, and therefore j. So J means for in respect to J, Uj is the center. That means first equation is discretized about this position. Mind it. First equation discretized about this point. Clear? Now del H by del X, this will be H J plus 1 minus Hj divided by 2 into delta X by 2. 2 into delta X by 2. Therefore, 2 to cancel delta X. This is also center difference. Look there. And try to find the difference from the previous one. For previous case, it was cell center. So about the same grid, you have taken center difference, but it was J plus 1 minus J minus 1 by 2 delta X. But here, first equation is discretized about Uj. So with respect to that, this is J plus 1, this is your J, not J plus 1, J minus 1. So this is not the center position. Clear? This is center position. Right, left, the difference. This delta X is nothing but 2 into delta X by 2. Therefore, you are getting the center difference. Similarly, second equation, you have to discretize second equation with respect to Hj. Take it. So Hj is here. Clear? So with respect to Hj, and you have right hand side del U by del X. So Uj minus Uj minus 1. Uj minus 1. So this is very interesting. And look at, try to find the difference. And in this case, this computational phase speed and group velocity, they can be computed as same thing. Instead of delta X, now K delta X by 2, it becomes. Both same formula, only you have delta X by 2. Therefore, the staggered gauge advantage, computational time or necessary number of gate will be half. Definitely, see total number of grid. So there, so this is if you divide it 10 টা ভাগে ভাগ করে দাও, clear? Then how many unknowns? 10 unknowns for U, 10 unknowns for H. Okay, ওকে না আমি একটু মডিফাই করে না, আমি যদি 10টা ভাগে ভাগ করে দিই তাহলে আমার কটা হবে? একটা, দুটো, 10টা করা মানে কি 10টা ভাগে ভাগ করা মানে কি আমার 11টা পয়েন্ট হবে। এবার দুটো বাউন্ডারি কন্ডিশন যদি দেওয়া থাকে তাহলে 9টা আননোন, তাহলে আমার 9টা ইউ আননোন, 9টা ভি আননোন, সরি এইচ আননোন, তার মানে কি 18টা আননোন। On the other hand, if you solve it using staggered grid, in that case আমরা করব কি অনেক কমে যাবে, কারণ এখানে যদি আমরা ইউ রাখি এখানে এইচ থাকবে alternately, so it will be reduced to a 9 or 10. Around 9 or 10 will be number of unknown. Therefore, computational time will be reduced and number of bit will be reduced. And truncation error, in the previous case, it was order of delta x, the order of delta x square. But now the error become order of delta x by 2 whole square. তার মানে কি হলো? order of delta x square by 4. Definitely order, the error will be less in the staggered gauge system. Okay, so now you apply the time difference scheme. Time difference scheme, you apply three level. You can apply forward, you can apply forward or 3-level implicit scheme. So not implicit here, 3-level here, leapfrog scheme. Leapfrog scheme probably you have studied in fluid dynamics. You look at there. If any doubt, you call me. But it is nothing but a straightforward time difference, center difference basically. See, n plus 1 minus n minus 1 by 2 delta, h n plus 1, h n minus 1 by 2 delta t. So therefore this is second order and this is also second order. And in that case, you'll have both time and space discretization using central difference scheme. And similarly, you should write the discretization form of time difference for cell center, because this site is stagger gate. Similarly, you have the expression for cell center. So that's cell center here. Then you have the parallelly leapfrog 3-level scheme for stagger gate. This is the leapfrog scheme with a leapfrog scheme with center space differencing for a stagger gate. Similarly, center space differencing leapfrog time for non-stagger or the cell center. Okay. Now, as you have remember in fluid dynamics, FTC scheme, it has a stability restriction. I mean, any explicit scheme must have the stability restriction, but implicit scheme don't have the stability restriction. So therefore, as this is your C, look at there, Ujn plus 1 becomes all in terms of n minus 1. Here n plus 1, all in terms of n minus 1. Therefore, this is your explicit scheme. This is your explicit scheme. Clear? Explicit scheme. Clear? So therefore, you must have stability restriction. This is the stability restriction, stability condition. Stability restriction for this leapfrog time differencing and shared space central differencing scheme. Okay, so in that way, let me conclude here that we have basically computational approach to the linear wave in the absence of rotation. And after computational approach, there are many computational approaches we applied here: space, center space, and leapfrog 3-level scheme, leapfrog 3-level time scheme. And that we applied for staggered as well as non-staggered. Clear? And what is the advantage between staggered and non-staggered? That is also discussed here. Okay, so let me so in the next chapter, next class, ওকে, তো এবার বলো তোমাদের কোনো ডাউট আছে কিনা?